it's already 7:20.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
talk about later writing, and
Okay.
then in another class you will have correction.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
So let me share a screen.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir.
So you have to make me host. Host disabled participant screen sharing. Can I claim host? Claim host. Just a minute. No. Enter the host key to claim host. So make me
I
host.
think.
So I think there is some procedure. You can call Pratik sir to know this.
I think there's a code just above your screen, sir. And if you put that code somewhere, I think you should call Pratik sir because it will make things easier. Pratik sir or Chandra sir, anyone, sir, from college, so that you can proceed.
Just wait for some time. Pratik sir is not receiving the call. Let me contact Chandra sir. Yes. Chandra. Chandra. अनलाइनमा छ कि छैन अनरिचेबल छ
यसलाई त फोन गर्यो न
यी भएन कि गाह्रो भइदियो चन्द्र नट कन्ट्याक्ट
अनलाइनमा पनि छैन
सुइको भइरहेको छ गइरहेको छ फेरि उसको हुने छैन पैसा होइन फोन करिए मोबाइल उही मोबाइल अथी गर्दा त्यहाँ गएर त्यो मोबाइलमा छिटो
कति गरियो
त्यो मोबाइलमा
कौन
छोड्यो अब भइहाल्छ हजुर सर नमस्ते नमस्ते त्यो कसरी यो तल जुन छ नि डट 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 त्यहाँ गएर त्यो अनि 6 डिजिटको नम्बर हाल्नुपर्छ सर त्यही त गरिन सर एकैछिन हजुर पोस्ट एकैछिन सर हजुर पक्नु सर एकैछिन सर त्यो कहाँनिर सर तल यो म्युट मी छ हैन म्युट मी को तल जुन डट डट छ नि त्यहाँ क्लेम होस्टमा सर एक कपी गरेको कोड कहाँको कोड सर सर कोड माग्छ ए 6 to 10 डिजिट को कोड राख्नु पर्यो 6 उतातिर त कोड चाहिएको त त्यो यो त उता त कोड त मैले देखिन सर ए अब फेरि सुरुबाट जानु पर्यो हजुर फ्युजको फेरि खोलो ए पक्नु सर पक्नु एकैछ पक्नु सर फेरि चाहिँ सुरुबाट यो लगइन हैन सर लगइन गर्दाखेरि लाइभ क्लासमा आयो सर हो होस्ट ए छ कोड छ ए कपीमा क्लिक गरे अब त्यहाँ गएर पक्नु सर पक्नु अब हुन्छ होला अब कहाँ थियो अब पक्नु सर ए अब यहाँ कपी गरिदिने हैन सर एकैछिन सर भयो सर भयो सर भयो हस् सर थ्याङ्क यू हजुर हुन्छ सर अब त्यो अलरेडी सेभ हुन्छ हैन सर अब पटक पटक हाल्नु पर्दैन त्यो हैन ए ल सर ल हुन्छ सर हस् okay so sorry for inconvenience okay let me share a screen now yeah we have this one PDF See here. Okay, now look at the screen. Yes, do you see? Do you see?
Yes, sir.
Okay, look at the screen. See. So these are the parts of letter, right? These are the parts of letter. And before this, I want to show you one letter sample that is given here. Then we will discuss this. See, do you see? This is the letter, right? This is the letter sample. This sample is given, isn't it? And there, the theoretical part of letter writing is given. So that's very, very well designed, isn't it? And so we will come to this. But before this, now let's talk about the theoretical part of letter writing, isn't it? How can you write an effective letter, isn't it? So in a in an effective way, the parts are given there. So it will help you a lot. See, the first one is, this is the first part of the letter, inside address, isn't it? Inside address means that is address of the sender. I mean writer's address. So writer's address is to be written here. So here you can see example is given, Jefferson Gas and Appliance, HY. This is address, Washington NC, this much. So this much is address, isn't it? So this is writer's address, this much okay. Then here what do you find, that is in the while writing writer's address, that is actually you can include company name, isn't it? Then you can also include logo, right? You can mention address and other optional information such and telephone and fax number, isn't it? So when you write the writer's address, you mention there, you have to write the company name. You can also include logo. Actually, that is there in the letterhead, isn't it, of the company. So company name is there, logo is there, then address, then other optional information, that is optional. For example, telephone number, fax number. So this much we include in inside address. Okay. After this, there is date line. So here 13 July 2020, isn't it? So date line, it means date the letter was written. So at first writer's address, and after writer address, what is written in the letter? That is date line, the date the letter was written. Okay. And then what comes? That is letter address. Letter address means address of the recipient. Address of the recipient. Here sender's address, writer's address, then date, and then that is address of the recipient. So in address of the recipient, how we write? So here we have been given, say, this is DR, this is REV, isn't it? REV means reverend, 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 that is Sammaniya, we say, captain or courtesy title. We can also use here Mr. as used Ms, isn't it? Mr., Miss, Ms, or Mrs. That is, so this we use when we write recipient's address. At first we have to write the name, isn't it? And before the name we can use DR, that is dog, and DR, isn't it? That is doctor, reverend, or captain, or in place of this we can also use Mr., or you can use Miss, or you can use Mij. Mij, that is if you don't know whether that woman is or girl is married or unmarried. If you don't know, you can use Mij. If you know, you can. If you know the girl is unmarried, you can write Miss. And if that is married, Mrs. But if you don't know, then you can write Mij. Okay. Then what you can do? The correct name. First name you have to write. After Ms. or Mr. or Miss or Mrs., you have to write the first name, isn't it? And then the last name. Don't write middle name. For example, if someone's name is Ram Prasad Aryal, then what you have to write here? Mr. Ram Aryal. No need to write the middle name, isn't it? So here, correct name, that is first name, first initial, and the last name. So first initial, that is first name and the last name. Don't write the middle name. This is given here. And then title. Title means that is post. Here you have to, after the name, you have to post. So write post. So what is given here? Manager. Below the name, you have to write post. So here manager, title, and then address of the person. Isn't it? Then you have to write the address. Isn't it? Name of the companies and then address of the company. That is given here. So address of the person to whom you are writing, no abbreviations. And here, while writing address of the recipient, don't use abbreviations. Remember this, because it may create confusion. So write the full name, isn't it? No abbreviations. Name here should match the name used in the salutation. And whatever name you write here, so this very name must match salutation, isn't it? So in salute here, whatever name you write, same you have to write here in salutation. Okay. Then there is salutation part. In salutation, what you have to do? Name of the person you want to read your letter. So to whom you are sending, you have to write the name. And before that is there, you can use REV, you can use captain, you can use chief, or courtesy title. Courtesy title, that is Mr., Mrs., Ms., and you can use here. And then the last name. So here, in salutation, what you can write? See, dear Ms., and then last name. So if someone's name is Ram Prasad Aryal, then what you have to write? Dear Mr. Aryal. Dear Mr. Aryal. After Mr. you have to write the last name. So after Ms. here, last name, tongue card. Isn't it? Did you understand? Are you following? Are you following?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So after Mr., Miss, or Mitch, you have to write the last name. Okay, in salutation. Then there is subject line. So what is given here? Optional. I mean, subject of the letter, isn't it? Subject. We people in our practice we write subject, isn't it? But see, that is recently it has become optional. It has become optional. That is subject. You may write, may not write. So that's why here, what is the word given? Optional. That is focuses on the topic of the letter. So in subject, we mention the topic of the letter, isn't it? You may write, may not write. So I advise you to write, okay? Because in our practice, we write subject, okay? Then you have the body part. See, so body part, that is body part can be written 2 to 5 paragraphs. How many paragraphs are to be composed here? 2 to 5 paragraphs. 2 paragraphs minimum or maximum 5 paragraphs long. But can't usually 2 to 5 paragraphs long, but can be several pages